This
Second. Hey, everybody.
phone check, microphone check.
1212.
Hey, we here. We is here.
We are here. We are live. It is our second show of the season and second show of the year. And this show is going to be something.
Mm.
So we're actually going to wait until people start coming in because we definitely need some feedback on this. Hoping Mr. will join, Jeff, SB, all of our regulars to get into this conversation because it's quite the conversation. We had a viewer submission, and Tim and Twins for a second thought like it wasn't real, and I was like, yeah, it's real. Like a minute ago before we joined, he's like, this is real. I said, yeah, somebody submitted this for our thoughts. And I skimmed it. I read enough of it. And there's some questions and some stuff that people want to know. So it will be interesting. But before we get into that, Twins, how has your week been?
Oh man. Let's see. I had last week. I was well. First off, I didn't have a 2 week vacation. Unlike some,
Okay. Okay, Shady. Yes.
I have 2 weeks, but
Two
I
and a half.
I did have like a 4 day weekend. You know what I'm saying? Last week, we'll go back for a second. So the week before New Year's, it was Christmas weekend, so I had a 4 day weekend there. Then New
Okay.
Year's, I had another 4 day weekend. So it was pretty cool. So this week is a little challenging. I'm struggling at work, but all's well. But I'm good. No complaints. New year. You know what I'm saying? I don't get into the whole new year, new me bull crap. No.
Yeah, I don't do it either.
No. But it's a new year. We happy. I'm just happy to make it to see 2026.
Amen.
It's all right. It's what, 7 days in, 8 days in the year.
Mm-hmm.
People have already passed already, so that's crazy.
Yeah, just there's a lot going on. There is a lot going on. So I'm glad that you have had a good week thus far. We still have one more day until the weekend. Well, I was struggling. I won't lie. It
Mm.
was funny because I was off since the 18th of December and went back on Tuesday. I didn't even go back on Monday. My work gave us an extra day. And if there was one point I was like, oh my God, this is so long. But like Sunday night, I was like, damn, like, I- I've got to go back to work. And it's been kicking my butt. Like seriously, Tuesday, Wednesday, it was just, I haven't even had dinner yet. I came in, washed my hands, cooked dinner, had to do some stuff with my hair, got myself together, and I'm doing the show. So the dinner is ready to go. But I was at the office today. There was just like a lot that was happening. And I was like, it is kicking my butt. And I can't believe it's already Friday. But we are here. It is going to be an amazing show. Before we get into the topic, y'all know how I like to bring you into my business. So this is me bringing y'all into my business as usual. And I'm going to start with a question to twins and those of you who are here live. And if you watch this on the replay, also making sure that you're like, subscribing, and sharing. I need to make that banner go up there.
There you
Like, subscribe, and share. Everybody comment. It helps the algorithm
Yes.
to find us. We're climbing and growing. So if you're watching this on the replay, I also want you to answer the question I'm about to ask. And as we go through the topic, please making sure that you're leaving some comments. So my question to twins
Oh.
and all of you, when you are dating, do you tell the people you're dating about the other people you're dating? Now, this is the getting to, and I know there's all kinds of definitions. So let me just tell you my definition of dating.
All right, go
It's
ahead.
it's the qualifying stage. Dating for me is when you're qualifying someone. There's no intimacy. There are people hanging out, maybe gone on a date or two, getting to know each other, right? It's the qualifying stage
Okay.
before you move into anything intimate or romantic. Do you tell one person you're dating about other people you're dating?
Okay. And I'm glad you broke that down because
Yes,
everyone has their own way of dating, right? So
correct.
yeah, I'm like, hell no, I'm not telling nobody. But based on how you date, that makes sense, right? So I'm glad you broke that down for the viewers in the back and
I
the
do
left,
what
right,
I can.
around the world, from Canada to the United States to Atlanta. Everybody know now. Now, do twins, right? Do I tell?
Yes.
I'm gonna say no because it's a little different on how you do it, right? I don't have the type of standards that you currently have, right?
Stop this.
You
Stop
know
this.
it is. I don't have the same standards that you have. I'm trying to get them draws, so we not going to play. We're not even gonna play those games. So, like I said, you a little different than how I was dating. If I was dating, I'm just saying, it's just a little different. So I respect the way how you handle it, but no. Um, Honestly, when I'm focused on somebody, on that one particular person, there's no other person that I'm talking to. Now in the beginning, when I'm on these, let's say, dating apps, I'm talking to 50 women at one time. That's a different story.
Hmm.
Once I get that one that kind of sticks out, and we're having a good dialogue back and forth, then I kind of shut down and ignore everyone else at that point. I said, okay, this might be a good one. I'm gonna focus on this one because talking to many, you got to remember everybody's birthdays, how many kids they got, it gets mixed up, and that messed me up one time. But anyway, long story. That's not a story. But no, honestly, no. I try not to have that type of mixture going on. Because if I'm really feeling that person, I want to be fully committed to that person before I really commit to them, right?
Hmm.
For me personally, I know. But no, no. One thing I'll never tell somebody who else I may be talking to at the same time. That's for men. That's gonna be a conflict of interest. Because I don't like hearing, well, how y'all doing? If I'm talking to you, I don't want you asking about another girl if I'm talking to you. If I'm FaceTiming you, texting you, calling you on the phone, we out on a date somewhere, we doing XYZ. I don't want to hear about, so how's things going with you and so and so. What? That should even be on your mind right now. Cause I'm not even thinking about that person right now. If I'm with you, right? Does that make sense? But if you bring it up while I'm talking to you, that lets me know you're more focused on this woman over here instead of focusing on right in front of me. Like I got you in front of you. I'm right here with you, but you went by another woman. That's a problem for me. But I'll stop for right now.
Thank you for your answer. And I look forward to seeing what people put in the comments, live, and on the replay.
Mhm.
And so I agree. When I am getting to know people, so again, my dating is the qualifying stage, which is the getting to know people, having conversations on the phone, and then going on a date or two or more. Like I generally don't do more than two dates before I say to someone like this is just not going to go anywhere. I'm not interested. Well, I was out the other day and someone texted me and I am honest to a fault. That is a benefit of dating me, but also a flaw of dating me. I am honest to a fault. So this gentleman I've known for a little bit texted me and said, "Hey, what are you doing?" I was on a date, so I wrote, "Hey, I'm on a date," and then I put my phone away because the person wasn't around at the time. Um, and so this conversation came up after.
Mm.
And I'm going to read the conversation
Oh,
because you guys are in my business. I screenshotted it
not the
um,
screenshots, fellas. Gotta be careful, fellas.
because I screenshotted it. In
Listen.
fact, I did it so you can't even see the name. Okay.
Mm.
So then the very next day, the person I said that I was on a date to texts me and says, and I quote, so this is him, "Tell me about the guys that are courting you."
Wow.
And I say, actually, first he started about, and how was your day? Then he says, "Tell me about the guys that are courting you." And then my response was, "My day was fine. And no, I'm not going to tell you any of that." He says, "So there is another guy." I said, "You're not my gay bestie. I'm not going to discuss that with you. I don't even know why you would want to know this information. I don't care about any other women you're courting. That's not my business. Then he says, I'm not courting anyone. It does matter to me because I'm not an option. That's why. If other men are pursuing you and you are interested, it does matter to me. So, yeah, it's a normal question. Maybe not in your little bubble, but
Mm,
in the real world, it's a valid question. And then I say, I have no idea what you're talking about right now. The answer is no, I'm not. Let me tell you about, hold on, let me tell you about other people who are interested in me, apparently. Hold on, I don't know what the hell I wrote out. Said, I don't live in a bubble. It's normal to discuss, it's not normal to discuss who else is courting you. So I'm going to read that again. I have
mhm.
no idea what you're talking about right now. The answer is no, I'm not. Let me tell you, I don't know. This is what I voice note. And then I said,
Go
I
for it.
don't, okay, I don't live in a bubble. It is not normal to discuss who else is courting you. He
Right.
said, I'm asking you, are you interested in anyone? And then I say, tell me about the guys that are courting you. I said, that's not what you asked. That is what you asked above. You asked me to tell me about the guys that are courting me, not if I'm interested in anyone. He says, can you answer the question, Toshiba, or you don't want to answer it? I said, what is your question? You asked me two different things, claiming that it was one. And then he said, are you interested in anyone? And I said, no. Then he says, okay. Now, these conversations I find extremely exhausting. Um, I think they're too sensitive for me, and I respectfully don't give a fuck. Respectfully. I don't care who you're dating. I don't care any of that. If we are not exclusive, what you do and whom you do it with is none of my business. I do not give men my pum pum just because they took me to Ruth Chris. It's Tuesday. Okay. I go to Ruth Chris because it's Tuesday. And my girlfriends want to go to Ruth Chris and it's Tuesday. So if you think taking me to Ruth Chris is going to get you some pum pum, wrong one. No, it's not happening. So what I'm not going to do is sit around and talk to some man who is also courting me like he's my gay bestie and talk about, oh my God. Because that's the energy that whole conversation gave me. Am I gay bestie? Twins. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Was I a little harsh? Because I could be harsh sometimes. I don't know. I can't hear
We good.
you.
We good. We good.
There we go. Okay.
I got muted. Don't know how.
Okay.
So I don't think it's too harsh, but bro, bro, come on now. There's some things you just don't ask, right? I mean, that's almost on the same line of about asking about your body count. There's things you just don't want to know because what happens
Facts.
if you tell him something that he can't do? So now you're putting like you're shooting yourself in the foot towards your confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, he took me here, and then like, bro, if you can't do that, you're like, damn, I can't even do that. So now you messed up in the head, and now you think you only got a shot now because you comparing what another man's doing. Make that make sense? No, we don't do that. We don't ask. And like I said, he's not your best friend.
You're not my gay bestie.
He's not your bestie. So yeah, that's I would never ask women. I wouldn't care.
Thank you.
You know what? The reason why I want to ask about woman about another guy if we're kind of dating, I'm too confident in myself. Like I don't care about that dude. Because if I got your time and you with me all the time, I'm not worried about no one else. I'm not. I,
Zero.
that's there's a million things to worry about for me to worry about another guy that is trying to talk to you. That's not something I would never do personally. I think it's more of a confident thing. And if you have confidence, that might be a problem. That might be a
Uh,
low thing. I don't know. But bro, don't
I don't.
focus on who she talking to or whatever. Focus on what you need to do. If you really want this lady here or anyone we talking to, put your best foot forward. You go all the way in. No pun intended.
And welcome, Mr. and Happy New Year. And I see your comment. I'm going to put it up. And we had missed your birthday to say happy birthday to Mr. If you're new here, Mr. is one of our most loyal viewers who comes in and gives it to us straight. no chaser. So let me hear what Mr. has to say. Sorry, this thing is awful this week. So okay, hold on. I'm seeing different comments. So Mr. says rule of thumb, it's not a hell yeah, then it's a no. Okay. And then you left another comment. Let me find it. Oh my God, this new StreamYard thing, I'm so sorry, is insane. I actually hate it. Hold on. Can you see the other comment, twins?
Yeah, yeah.
Can you read it for me? Because for some reason, it's not allowing me to do this.
No worries. Let's say he said his concern was valid, but the way he went about it was wrong. You don't need to know the details, but the concern is valid because you don't want to waste your time on someone who doesn't really like you. I mean, I could kind of rock with that, but once again, I'll just go back to what I said before. Be confident in yourself. That's it. And then, I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta read the signs, right? Meaning that if let's say there's a competition going on, right? So her or whatever. If you say good morning to her and she don't get back to you till noon, that should be your answer right there, bro. That right there, that should be your answer. If you send a text at 8 o'clock a.m. say, hey, good morning, how are you? And you don't hear from her until lunch, she's not feeling you. Because a woman will wake up half asleep, squint up the phone to see who's texting her. And if the right person texting her, hey, baby, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing nothing. Meanwhile, you just roll out, cracking your eyes, bro.
You ain't never lied.
Exactly. So, yes. I mean,
Here's my thing. Like, to what you said earlier, why are you concerned about what energy I'm giving to someone else? My rule is the same across the board. I let every man, because I like men to self eliminate themselves from dating me. I do not have sex with men I'm not in a relationship with. So if your energy and the money you're spending and the time you're giving me is to lead to sampling the goods during the courting and getting to know me stage, self-eliminate your backside. Just keep pushing, because this might take a while, right? This is a substantive thing that we're doing, right? So I tell men, so if it is that I am talking to and getting to know other people, the rule doesn't change. There, none of them are getting anything until there's one of them. Until it's down to one person, nobody's getting anything.
and
Zero.
one thing I would say, knowing you for what, 3 years now?
A long time. 40 years now, since the beginning of the damn show 40
Yeah.
years ago.
One thing I'll say about Toshiba, fellas, she does stand on business. So when she said that if no one's getting a poom poom until it's actually official, she means that. She stands on business.
And I'm okay with people self-eliminating. Like, I'm fine with this. Like, I don't have a problem. So to me, asking me, like, because you want, like, what are you trying to get to? To me, if your question is, did you break your rule for someone else? Because then ask me that question, but don't be asking me, but who else is courting you? And like, no, you are not my gay bestie. I am not. Listen, I don't have no problems giving tea my man, right? Like, if I go to the girls' brunch and I go, babe, guess what? But what I'm not going to do is, we're not there yet. We're not at the tea, giving you tea, saying, babe, when I come home and throw my stilettos off. So we're not doing that yet. It just, I don't know, that stuff turns me off. And I feel like I don't like overly sensitive men. It gives me gay. But maybe gay men just, I don't know. Because at this point, I feel like I'm just attracting a bunch of gay men. But I digress. Now that you guys are here, I see you guys on
You got to
Instagram.
Words. Why can't you work on your soft word? Bisexual. How about that? You know what I'm saying?
No, it's gay. If you take dick from another man, you are gay.
Oh.
There is bisexual women. I am one of them. But if you take dick, I'm sorry. I know remember double standards exist, right? Like, men can sleep with a bunch of women and not be called a whore, and we can't do it as women. Well, women can look vaginas and not be called gay, but you cannot take dick, or vice versa. Top, bottom, I don't care what it is. Gay is gay. We digress. We move on. Now, okay, like, I cannot. Guys, I'm gonna tell you something. There, the moment I feel like a man is more sensitive than I am, I completely. You know what that is? That's my vagina drying up. It's drying. It's like it pulled that conversation pulled all the moisture from my vagina. Why are you taught like? And this is why my first response: Are you my gay bestie? Like,
Mm.
what? Why are you asking me questions? I don't even talk to my girlfriends about this, and I love them. And we have girl talk. They don't need to know, but because we nickname the guys until it's official. I don't. No, ain't nobody got time for this. We're all busy people. So you think I'm sitting down with my girlfriends? I'm a girl. They're like, tell me when it's top two, and then they care, because at some point they're gonna have to meet them. If it's just the talking, they don't give two shit. So why are you a man who says you want to court me, caring about what other men's are courting me? It gives gay. It gives gay bestie. But I digress. We had a viewer submission, and this one is going to be long, but it's going to be worth sticking around because we need you. Instagram, we need you. Facebook, we need you, and so forth. Now, I see a comment on IG, a man with emotions is not gay. Listen, a man with emotions is not gay. A man asking me, a woman he's courting, to tell him the tea on every other man that is courting me is gay to me. I'm sorry, he's not my gay bestie. We're not sitting around. I love emotions. I think a man being vulnerable is great, but a man specifically, if you're late to the show, a man specifically asking me to tell him the tea on every other man that's courting me gives gay bestie. And I said what I said. Okay, it gives. He's my gay bestie, because what I'm going to break it down and say, oh, the first contestant, he's 6'4", 250 pounds, he's a lawyer, and he went to Morehouse. Like, what are we doing? Like, are we giving the tea? Like, am I have my pinky finger up? No, gay. I'm not telling any man who I have never in my life had any man in my 46 years and 30 years of dating and relationships and being married, had any man ask me about, tell me about all the other men that you're dating. Sorry, guys. Like, I said what I said, and it ain't happening, because I do not care who you are dating. I do not care. I will care if we are having sex. Like my husband, I cared that my husband was having sex with other people. He shouldn't do that. Okay? I cared. When we were dating, did not care. Did not care, not together. But I digress. Now we are here. And thank you for all of the comments on Instagram and on YouTube. Now we are going to get to the tea, everybody. This was an actual viewer submission. They want to know from us, the Fuck Your Feelings team, and from those of you who watch our show, some questions about the scenario. So I'm going to read it. I am going to, twins, if you need me to pause at times because it is long. If the chat needs me to pause to just kind of get it together, then it is.
Read it first, right? Read it first.
Okay.
We can then go through it. We'll break it down in sections.
Okay. I'm ready.
All right, go ahead.
Hi. I wanted to submit a situation for the podcast because it's honestly one of the wildest relationship dynamics I've seen. And I think it raises a lot of questions about marriage, infidelity, control, and boundaries. This is about a friend of mine. He's a Black man, an engineer, does very well financially, owns property, works from home full time. We got that. Okay. Around 2010, he married an Asian woman. At the time, they were both fit and social. She's a nurse in Canada, which is near and dear to me because everybody, that's where I live. Around 2012, their dynamic changed. She stopped wanting to go out, stopped hanging with friends, and focused almost entirely on work. Over the years, both of them gained weight and became more isolated as a couple. Recently, she found out that he had been cheating for years. She only knows about 4 women, but the reality is that it went much deeper. He was flying women out, paying for everything, sometimes bringing 2 women on trips at the same time.
Player.
There were situations where he'd go on a family trip, spend part of the time with his wife and kids, and then take day trips with other women. Because he worked remotely and had money, it was easy to hide. All of the women he was involved with were black. From his perspective, his words, and I quote, he just wanted sex twice a week, and that his main side relationship probably cost him anywhere from $450 to $1,000 a month. Eventually, he got caught. He says he stopped cheating and they are now in therapy. However, his wife hasn't been able to let it go. For the past 6 months, she repeatedly asks for names, details, and what the women look like. At one point, he actually introduced one of the women to his wife, and now they are friends and hang out. On top of that,
It's
she
crazy.
put a tracking device on his car and his live location on his phone at all times. They are still married, still in therapy, and still living in this situation. From the outside, it feels like a mix of unresolved betrayal, control, guilt, and something deeper psychologically on both sides. I'm curious about what your take would be. And here are some questions that the submitter has for us. Is this marriage already over? Question mark. Is this punishment, control, or an attempt at healing? Question mark. How do people rebuild trust when the betrayal was this extreme? Question mark. Thanks for the show.
There's a lot to unpack here. Let's start with the first question, is the marriage over? No. Now, reason why I say no so quickly, 2010 they got married.
Hmm.
2012 he started doing whatever he was doing.
Correct.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's 2026.
Correct.
And clearly he makes good money. So if she wanted to leave, she would have been left. Let's stop right there. If she wanted to leave, she'd have left already. Let's call it what it is. And she could have drained them dry. Let's call it what it
That
is.
is correct.
Most cases, people don't leave for cheating. Marriage, divorce. People don't. People get past that, right? So, let's see. Is this punishment, control, or attempt of healing? Now that I don't know. I think it's delusional altogether. Because now you're best friends with one of the girls
Your besties.
you on with, y'all besties. Okay. Now you gonna put tracker on his car. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Anyway. I'm just going through this because we can still go through the
Hmm.
whole.
Hmm. Hmm.
How do you rebuild trust when the betrayal was this extreme? That's a good one. But in this scenario, I don't see anywhere where the trust is actually being created at all. Because if she got to pay a tracker on his car, clearly she don't trust him. I mean, it's clear as day. But your friends are one of his ex girlfriends. Like that blows my mind when he or one of his side whatever that she is, one of the girls he cheated with. So that was just a quick answer to a few questions, but we can go back through and just chop it up. But I had to get out the way quick. So go ahead. I'll let you go.
Okay. So we're looking at 16 years. So
Mm-hmm.
for the past 16 years, because we're now in 2026, they got married
26.
in 2010.
Mm,
So they've have a 16-year relationship, including kids. It says kids, so we're going to assume at least two kids.
okay.
Again, we're going to summarize it. This woman is Asian, but all of the women he has been with, are Black women. So
Okay.
I'm gonna put myself in the shoes of this woman. I'm a Black woman married to a Black man, and he cheats with all white women, let's say. Let's just assume that all the women my husband cheats with is all white.
Okay.
That's my first thing, right? You're cheating with women who are the complete opposite of me. So let's break that down. Why is that? Why is it that you are cheating with women who are the complete opposite of me? There's something underlying that. I get that I've gained a few pounds. I get that clearly our lifestyles change, because even then, you're not leaving me. You've decided that you also want to stay in this marriage. You want to stay in this marriage because there are clearly benefits to being in a marriage with me, but you want to go outside and cheat. But you're cheating with women who are the complete opposite of me. So I'm going to question what is happening there. I have said on the show many times, Twins has been watching the show before he came my co-host. He was one of our very loyal viewers and watched the show and heard me say, cheating is not a deal breaker for me, but choosing is. Choosing to give someone time, affection, attention, and then most importantly, our money. So he's taking women on trips and he's clearly giving allowances. So money that is coming into our home is going to the maintenance of these women who you're cheating on me with. I'm also thinking that you're telling these women some of our innermost marital secrets because you're confiding. You don't have this, especially he has a main side woman. That's just even just thinking about the fact that he has a main side woman. So he's got a main side woman who has a front row seat in some ways to our marriage, to our marital problems, to and now to our finances. Because she's getting, let's just say that woman gets that $1,000 a month. It's not just $1,000 a month. It could be the trips that he's taking her on, maybe paying a bill or two, whatever the case might be. He is spending some money and giving all of that. If physically the marriage might still be on track because you're physically in the same house, but emotionally, I'm done. How do I get over the betrayal? Because quite frankly, if you are the breadwinner, which it, clearly he is, he's the breadwinner. She clearly makes her own money, but he's the breadwinner. Why not just go to your wife and say, listen, I love you, but I want to have an ethically non-monogamous relationship, or I want to have a throuple, or I want to be polygamous, or I just want to have an open goddamn marriage. Anything that is not traditional. This traditional monogamous thing is not working for me. I want to do something different. I still want to have you. You are the mother to my kids. I want to have this two-parent home, but I want to get my dick sucked over here. Let's just call it what it is. My issue is, why not just have that conversation? As a man, why do you think he didn't have that conversation? People in the chat, as a man, why do you think he didn't have that conversation? And Mr. might be responding, so I'm actually going to go into, because if for some reason it's not showing up properly for me here, so I'm going to go into the show so I can read some of Mr. comments.
My question is this: how we know he didn't have the conversation?
Because based on it, it said she just found out. So finding out means that it never probably happened.
But see, once again, the problem I have with it is, like you said, it's 16 years. This ain't something that just happened like last year, 2 years. There's 16 years, and I understand they have kids. So I'll say this: I think based on her ethic and her background, family might be a big thing, right?
Correct.
Like divorce is not an option, and like
correct.
Probably in her culture, that's not an option. So she probably got to work through it. Maybe that's something I could think, right? Also, to with the women being black, that gives some kind of underlying issue from the guy itself. Meaning, I'm only assuming because I don't know him from a can of paint, but I'm just going to assume that he might be a guy when he was coming up. He wasn't confident enough to get the type of woman that he wanted, right? But he was able to, his career XYZ, make the money now. See, this is a prime example where guys get money, they can, what I'm saying? Now he got a little confidence and he's pretty much tricking his money, right? because now every woman he messed with is a black woman now. So it's like, is it payback for being,
That part.
you know what I'm
Is
saying?
it payback? Yeah, 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 yeah.
Rejected from whatever. Because I mean, if you gonna cheat, then you don't care. You knock them everyone down, white, black, green, whatever. But if you're only picking, choosing only a black woman only, but you marry a woman who's Asian, there's some underlying issue that he's dealing with, right? And then also three, and once you go and three, I say this, which I said last year: men will do whatever you allow us to do. If I got my cake and my pie and my ice cream with cherry and whipped cream on top, oh, I'm gonna have all that shit. I'm gonna go crazy. So 16 years, he got caught. They still together. He said, "Baby, we could work on it." He's still doing it. And you best friends now with one girl up and knock it down. Hey, listen, he living the best life right now. Sure, I'll go a little therapy with you. I'll sit down with the lady. Yeah, we're gonna make it work. Yes, babe. Yes. And as soon as you leave, he'll take you home and go back out with other girls. Like, what we talking about? But I'll stop right now. I see comments coming in. Go ahead.
I see comments coming in. So we have comments on Instagram, we have comments on YouTube, and we actually have a live update from the person who submitted it.
All
So
right.
they want to clarify because they are watching. They're clarifying that it was a random that found his wife and told his wife. He opened Pandora's box and told his wife about the rest. And there's more coming in, so I see the talk bubbles. So I'm
Man.
gonna start. I'm gonna start with a comment on Instagram, and thank you, Jay the Libra. Communication was missed during dating phase. Sounds like he has an underlying kink slash fetish that
Mhm.
she could have learned about if she provided him the emotional safety. Ooh,
Mm. Bars. I like
bars,
I like that one.
bars. That was a good one. Now let me go to our faithful Mr. Mister and go into the comments and read. Sorry, what Mr. Mister was saying. So Mr. Mister said, okay. I think the whole scenario is dumb as F. She neglected her husband, then befriended the side chick, and he got bold with the cheating. He says men are attracted to women regardless of what color they are.
X.
We don't care. Men commit to the woman that treats him the best. That is very different decision than effing the woman that makes your dick hard. He
Mm.
did not have that conversation because 9 times out of 10, she would have had a major problem with it. Mr. Mister goes on to say, me personally, I would have had that conversation before we even started dating seriously, which is kind of going to what Jay the Libra is saying on Instagram. And then Mr. Mister also says, I'm going to call it, she was probably Japanese, but okay, I can't see the last. But that detail hasn't been revealed. I think he says, sorry, there's something blocking my view from Mr. Mister's last comment.
Oh, that's it. It just says dot 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 afterwards after reveal.
Got you, got you, got you, got you. If my person is still watching who submitted this, I'd love to hear what country in Asia she is from. And you're right, cultural things have a lot to do with it, right? Like in some cultures, the idea and concept of divorce is frowned upon, and
Yeah.
so they are going to make a marriage work regardless of the circumstances. But going back to the submitter's question about is the marriage already over? What do you guys say? What do you guys say? Instagram, Mr. Mister, those of you, those else who hasn't been commenting, is the marriage over? Mine is they might stay together physically for the kids until the kids are over, but emotionally, that relationship is over because what are we talking about? You're now friends with one of the women your man is effing down and giving your money to. He chose. Again, cheating is not a deal breaker for me. Choosing is. And if you want to understand the difference, let me explain. Cheating is your dick in another woman's vagina and that's it. You don't know her, she don't really know you. There's no connection. There's no getting back to me. Maybe you went to Vegas, whatever. Maybe you were in Thailand, I don't know. You saw an attractive woman, you had sex with her outside of our marriage. Choosing is an affair. Choosing is an emotional commitment. Choosing is a financial commitment. Choosing is having that woman know about what's going on in our marriage, giving her time, affection, and attention outside of our marriage. He keeps choosing other women. And then I know Mr. and you said whatever, but I think there is a point to the fact that all of these women is black and his wife is not. I do agree with you. I do think black women are who he prefers, but he was probably burned by black women growing up because they were probably going for the jocks and whatever else. And he, maybe a little bit nerdier, right? He's an engineer, wasn't getting the bad chicks that he wanted. And now that he's got the money and he can pull them in, he's just pulling them in and kind of discarding them a little bit. He's got a main side chick, but he's pulling them in, taking them for trips and probably sending them on their way.
And also think about this too, you know, one of the sisters he was messing with, you know, maybe they caught feelings, right? Or maybe they found
Definitely caught feelings.
right, or
Definitely caught
maybe
feelings.
she found out that she
The
wasn't
wife is Asian.
the only one, right? And then what she ended up doing with her emotion, she went ahead and dropped his nine. She went and found his wife and told him everything about her, right? And then he probably went and told her because maybe he do want to work, right? I mean, I'm gonna tell you everything and XYZ and blah 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 blah. And then I don't know. Like I said, that's a lot. What's the other updates? You said there's other updates that came in.
Yeah, that was the one update. He was bubbling, but now I'm like looking at different screens. Like that's a lot.
But read the update that came in again.
So the update was it was a random that found his wife and told his wife. He opened Pandora's box and told his wife about the rest. And Jay the Libra has also made another comment on Instagram and says it's over if they refuse to come to the center ground and have that open discussion. It's not too late. Befriending the other woman is just an excuse to try and learn what he is into instead of just asking him. That is a great perspective.
Yeah.
Let me go back and see if Mr. has left any other comments, guys. I'm sorry, I'm going back and forth on screens here. So this is a great conversation. Mr. says, I say Japanese because that's the typical chain of events in that culture once she gives birth to the first child. Listen, I'm just going to go to the next question. Next question. Is this punishment, control, or an attempt at healing? What are they going to heal from? He's still doing it. What do we heal? What? How can I heal if she's Chinese? It's coming in through. Like I'm literally now watching it come through on my phone. Thank you, viewer, submitter. She's Chinese. Here is the thing. What are they healing from? It's not over. He's still continuing. He wants a non-traditional relationship. And so that's what he should have. That's what he needs to be, viewer. What I would suggest to him is, okay, he's wrong. He said, no, he stopped for now. For now, though, is the operative 2 words. He stopped for now. Stopped for now. Not that he's Mr. throws hands up. Okay, he stopped for now. For now, ... He stopped for now. Why? Because he might stop for now because he realizes the financial impact of a potential divorce. And homegirl, the side chick is spilling, to Jay the Libra's point, side chick is spilling all the tea. Side chick is telling all the tea. And side chick is happy to tell all the tea because I'm going to tell you, some of us are petty. Some of us are very petty. And now you're sitting down with the man's wife and she also don't look nothing like you. And here's the part. If as the side chick, I'm getting flown out on trips and living a good life, what are you getting as the wife? So yeah, I'm going to tell you everything. I am not your friend. That is not her friend. That is her competition. And her competition is giving her what is necessary for her to take her ass and them kids and go divorce him. Because even if she takes half, if that man is able to fly 1, 2, 3 women, take him and his kids on vacation, and still, even if he loses a little bit, he's still gonna be okay. So she's just gonna come in behind her and take that spot. My advice to the wife, girl, baby girl, that is not your friend. That is your competition. Oh, another update. Nope. He is not worried about divorce. Oh shit.
What? Spill the tea.
Guys, the plot just thickened. Instagram, YouTube, are y'all ready for this? Nope, he's not worried about divorce. He put all their property in his wife's name, and he's just waiting to see.
I mean, he is still okay. Yes, everything is in his wife's name. Okay, that's cool. So she keeps the house and everything else, XYZ, but you're still the breadwinner. You're still the breadwinner. When they look at the finances over 10 plus 20 years, whatever it is, because they will ask for it. Trust me. My divorce, they want information from 2016.
God damn.
Oh, you had to pull all type of text messages, call records, everything, bank accounts, all records. And they can, and yes, you can get all that record. So regardless, he just put in his wife's name. Cool. But where's the money to finance all of it? Right? It's gonna be his money. So that doesn't like help. Like now, if he just said his money or the house is in his mother's name, then that's a different story. He good, right? But it's his wife's name, so she's still good, and they got kids regardless. So that's not he's not one.
No, she's definitely getting paid. Like
right?
they divorced. He's definitely getting paid. Like she's getting paid, and he didn't say property. And again, the bubble's going, so there's going to be another update. But
if anything, right now, what she's doing is the wife that's being so-called friends with this girl. She getting all the tea, and she getting everything. So when she go to court, it's gonna be a slam dunk.
Absolutely, she files for divorce. She's getting all, and that side chick, bestie, okay, right now is going to be her witness at the divorce. That she's going to pull all the receipts of every trip they've taken, every text message she's done, every gift he's done, every financial transaction. They're going to go, okay, Mr. X. Oh, you're able to do all of this? And she's getting so much. So all she's doing is gathering. This is fact finding. Okay. For the wife, it's fact finding. And for the side chick, it is, let me give you all the information so I can slide in. Okay, late breaking update, guys. I love this. Guys, please do more viewer submissions so we can talk about it and then watch the show and give me life updates. Okay, ready for the next update. They live in $1 million house.
Come on. Oh, yeah.
And she's a nurse. She can't sustain the lifestyle and keep up the properties. And she knows she's not able to keep it up.
That doesn't matter. He can though. So that's the part everybody failed to realize. When they see who's been paying the bills for the last 10 plus years, they want to see his income. So it doesn't matter. Guess what? She don't got she and that's going because she can't afford it herself. That makes it even worse for him. Okay, go ahead.
No, you're right. And let's not forget as someone who divorced and didn't have kids in my marriage, my divorce was very different than twins who had kids in his marriage. My divorce was a lot easier when it came time to divorce because we ain't got to separate nothing. There's no child support. There's no nothing. We go on our separate ways. Now, remember, the kids have to live the same lifestyle. That's what they try to say, right? Twins, don't correct me if I'm wrong here. Your children have to live the same lifestyle that they were accustomed to living when you were in a two-parent home.
Come on now.
And so therefore, it doesn't matter if she can't sustain it. He has to keep up the life for his children. So that's where the child support will come and any alimony payment, even if he has to give her a balloon payment for the alimony, she's going to have to pay that child support until they finish university. Because now it's not until they turn 18 anymore. I don't know what yours is, twins, but some of it is as long as those kids are in school, depending on how good that lawyer is.
Listen, Mister, I see a comment here. Putting everything in his wife's name makes it so she's the one with a higher net worth. Doesn't matter. We just saw NBA Iman Shepard and Tiana Taylor get divorced. When he was in NBA, he was making millions of dollars. When he got the NBA, she was making more money than him, and she still took all his shit. Look it up, Tiana Taylor. She makes more money than him, and he still had to pay. So it doesn't matter if it's in her name. It don't
Because
matter.
they're going to average out what they sometimes do. And twins, again, correct me, but sometimes they also average out the income.
Come on
So
now.
just because you have a bad 1 or 2 years, they can sometimes take the average of the income over the amount of years you've been married and say, well, twins, you still, despite the fact that in year 7 and 8 of the 8 year marriage, you made less, for the first 6 years, you were making double what Toshiba made. And so therefore, here you go.
Because you have
Here you
the
go, Toshiba.
back because you have the potential to make it again. That's what they say. Because you did it before, you had the potential to do it again. So we're gonna go with that number. Even though you may have been laid off from that same job or made that same career, you had the potential to make that same amount of money. So with that being said, I'm in separate. He has the potential to go still play ball somewhere. He may not get the big check, but he still can make millions on the veteran minimum somewhere.
And
Even if
let's not forget sponsorship deals,
yeah,
right?
even
There's
if he
some sponsorship deals.
still gets paid money. So he has the potential to make the money. So yeah, put it in his wife's name. The only way he could have finessed it if he did what Tom Brady did, put it in his mama's name. Put it in your mama's name.
Well, we know a lot of men recently who a lot of women got some okey dokes when they went thinking that they were going to cash out, only to find out that the assets were in the man's mom name or the parent's name. He
Mm-hmm.
said, Mom and Dad, here you go, or Mama, here you go. And so on paper, he was worth 1 million, but his fortune was 130 million that was in his mom's name. And so all you're getting is a portion of 1 million.
Exactly. Akon did it. Akon had his whole asset in his mama's name.
Yes, we were talking about that. Can you
So,
imagine?
so yeah. But also, let's go back real quick. So she's Chinese.
She's Chinese.
For my black men out here in the world, you can relate to this comment I'm about to say right there. You know, you may notice, you may not notice, but for a black man to pull a Chinese woman, you have to be making good money. They are
Absolutely.
raised not black men.
1000%. As someone who lives in Toronto, Canada, and if you guys don't believe what I'm about to say, Google it. Toronto, Canada is the most diverse city in the entire world, and there's 195, 194, one of those numbers, countries in the world. We are the most diverse city in the world. And as someone who has had an Asian best friend, the black men that she pulls all make money.
It's a
And I'm
fact.
not talking about little money, not
So,
little money.
so what I'm saying that this guy is now making the money where he can do everything that he's doing. Like you said, he lives in a $1 million house. To live in a $1 million house, you have to make millions of dollars. You just can't make.
Correct.
Come on now,
Correct. That's
that's
correct. As someone who was with someone who was going to buy her an $8.25 million home. Okay, we are not together anymore. My life sucks, but I digress. He had to be you before you can even step into a home with a million plus price tag. They have to double check your fine. The realtor will not even bother to make a phone call
exactly.
to have you see that home, because if you're a brokey, they say you're a brokey. You can't afford to go. Your
You have to
finances don't allow it.
pre-qualify.
You have to pre-qualify. So for
Exactly.
$1 million home in Toronto, you're putting down a minimum of 20%. So that's $200,000 that you have to show of liquid assets. Even if you want to finance the other 80%, you're putting down a minimum of 200,000. So you have to have a 200,000 of liquid asset. Plus they have to show everything else to say, okay, if you give us this 200,000, you still can afford to make a payment on an $800,000 mortgage if you're going that route. So yeah, that man is well paid.
And also, let's talk about this too as well, right? So yeah, he out here cheating, doing X, Y, Z, and he's still married. You know why it says, you know why he stayed married to his Asian wife? Because guess what? He get to go certain places to rub elbows with certain people. And when you have the right woman next to you,
Talk about it though.
like let's really talk about it. Think
Talk
about,
about it.
no, I hate to throw him, I hate to, I mean, I love MJ, but think about it. He got rid of the sister and got him a little bunny. He's in the in crowd now.
Talk about it.
So yes, and then plus once you up in the higher ranks, so you make those six figures, XYZ, it's frowned upon to not to be married. You know what I'm saying? It's just a standard. Oh, you need to have, you won't get certain positions if you're not married. Honestly, I don't know too many single CEOs, CFOs, all them guys that in the high level ranking in any career you look at, most of them are married, or if they were married, they were divorced. Trust me, look it up. I have not met one VP or higher in the upper level that's like, oh, I'm single. You single? Because he gonna be knocking down all the women. I got you. Go ahead.
No, I'm letting you preach, and just so that everyone knows what Twins is talking about, Mandarin. Mandarin, for those of you who do not know what language they speak in China, they speak Mandarin.
Mhm.
Mandarin has the most native speakers in the entire world of 8 point, what are we, about 5 billion people now in the world? Okay. And when it comes to business, a lot of business is done in Asia, specifically China. And so, therefore, as a well to do Black man, having a wife that speaks Mandarin can open doors for
Mhm.
that man. So, sweetie pie side chick, if you think you're going to come just because you look like him, that's going to make sense. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm.
Also, too,
This is a mess.
let me,
This is
let
what
me
it is.
throw something as well. R.I.P. to Godfather. But he said this: men with resources and money, this is what happens. You have to play your part. This is what you sign up for. Yeah, women out there who really want the guys who making the six figure, or not six figure, who making the millions of dollars, XYZ. Don't think you're the only woman. Don't think when he going these trips for 3-4 weeks because he's got to go here. Don't think he's going there by himself, and don't think he's in me. And also make sure you understand this. There's no meeting that's 12 hours a day.
Absolutely not.
It may be 8 hours. Yeah, they may do
Absolutely.
8 hour shifts. Depending, it may be 6 hours, depending on the level it is, what kind of meeting it is. They're not in 16, 15, 20 hour meetings. No, they go to these locations for the 8 hours, and guess what? They're the little friend waiting for them, XYZ. They're on vacation.
Okay, so
Okay, I
because
digress.
again, you know what, I taught my business. So my millionaire ex, he had many zeros in his bank account. When we were looking at when he was buying me that home, um we were going to have a cohabitation agreement.
Come on now.
And in the cohabitation agreement, he made it clear that there was going to be a cheating clause
Come on now. Talk about
because
it.
it was not, I should not expect him to be faithful. But what he was going to promise in the cohabitation agreement was that the woman would never show up at her home. And if she showed up at our home, then I would get a certain amount of money because of the embarrassment and the emotional damage, because his cheating was only supposed to be kept outside of the home and away from me and our life. And so he was very upfront. And I have never thought in my mind, maybe some women say I'm delusional, any millionaire I have ever dated, I have never thought they were faithful. Any ball player, any football player, any hockey player,
I mean, we got
any business millionaire, I have never in my mind
now who's not millionaires. So what makes
thought
you
they were faithful.
listen? We got guys now who are not millionaires, not faithful. So what makes you think I'm now a millionaire? I'm gonna be faithful now. Let's be real for a minute. Let's be real. Let's be real.
And this is why in this scenario I actually have a problem with what the guy is doing because I think, again, and Jay Lieber said it, I think he had an opportunity to be honest because he is the breadwinner. And we're just going to pause for a second because there were some other comments on Instagram. Jay Lieber always also says facts, hence his choosing of her, but with secrets, right? Again, talking about the fact that she opened doors and the Chop team, what up, also says facts. So I think he had an opportunity to understand the doors she could open, but also understand the lifestyle he could give her. And I think he owed it to himself. We don't owe shit to other people. I'm going to be very clear here. Again, this is a show called Fuck Your Feelings. Respectfully, other people don't owe us anything. They don't, but you owe something to yourself. He has now put himself in a very precarious situation because, again, haven't gotten any other updates yet, or maybe I have. Let me double check. He's put himself in a precarious situation. Now he's spending energy and time. Oh, I do have an update. Shit. Okay. Okay, let me pause. Here's the update. They met in college. Oh, okay. Yeah. They met in college, and she's not one of those fine, upscale Asian women. She was basic. The first part was right. He couldn't pull those women. You were right, twins. He
Mm.
couldn't pull the women he was getting right now. And these women's are eights and sevens without makeup. LOL.
So pretty much, she on his Tiger Woods. For anyone who knew Tiger Woods is, he was knocking down anything. If you walked, he was knocking you down. Waffle House, knocking you down. McDonald's, knocking you down. Tiger Woods didn't care. That's how I bet he was cheating. So that's what this dude is. He got a little money, and now he's like, hey, you know what? I can do what I want. He just not smart with it. Because he was smart with it, he would have did exactly what your ex would have said. Hey, I want this family to work out, baby girl, XYZ, da da da. But I'm going to be doing this over here.
He was honest. He said, "Babe, I love you, but I when I go on business trips and you are at home here in this home I'm going to buy for you, I understand." And I had to listen. It's because I had a choice.
Yes.
I either wanted the lifestyle or I didn't. Those are my two choices. I wanted the lifestyle or I didn't. He wasn't gonna not cheat. Like he was not gonna not cheat.
Like you can have the house, you have unlimited spending, you can buy whatever you want, but you can't not step out the.
I was not. No, I was. So that is the other part. The other clause was I could absolutely not step out because it would cost me to cheat. So whatever he would have given me if I found out, then we were subtracting double if it was I had ever stepped out. This was guys. This is a real. If my daughter was here, she would tell you because she was on the house tours with me with these $1 million homes. My daughter was like, "Oh wow, what is happening?" We had one house had an elevator. Okay, it was a whole freaking my friends. They were ready to go, but he was very clear. Oh, there is a bigger update. He wrote a full paragraph. There's more, guys, and then we're gonna wrap up soon. But he keeps bringing the updates. I love this. Okay, we're going to learn about the side chick. Back to the side chick. The wife keeps pressing her husband about all the women he's been dealing with. He finally gives in and says, I'm not naming everybody. The only person who's really been consistent over the years is this one woman. The wife says, all right then, I want her number. I want to talk to her. They talk, and at first it sounds calm. But here's what people missed. After that conversation, the other woman tells the wife, which I'm right now, you need to get out more. You need to move around. Which means, bitch, go out and go find some new dick so I can get you a husband. We move on. Now, on the surface, it sounds like advice, but let's be real, that wasn't concern. That was strategy. Exactly what I said. They're both trying to be strategic, but that woman is trying to get rid of the wife so she can go and live the life she's living part-time, full-time. Now, because the side chick wants the money train to keep rolling, she's basically spying for him, reading the temperature, then trying to turn the faucet back on without looking messy. If the wife stays distracted, insecure, or second guessing herself, the door stays cracked. This is messy boots, but we both broke it down so great. You talked about the fact that he wasn't pulling them girls, and I talked about the side chick was saying, girl, I'm trying to be there full time. And the wife is fact finding. But here's the problem, the wife doesn't have any other friends. And if she does have friends, she cannot go to her Asian Chinese friends and tell them what's going on.
Yes, because them like get out there now. They're gonna tell them, come on
She
now.
cannot make her family find out about this. She cannot make her peer group find out about it. She cannot make her network find out about it. So she is now confiding in a woman who's her competition, who now, as we learn, is also spying to go back to the husband to give him ammunition that if the divorce ever comes around, that he still wins in the situation. Because guess what? I want to know, because again, my person is clearly still watching. I is all the properties in her name, because you say properties, which means they own more than one. Is also the $1 million home in their name? Because they might have like a summer home, I don't know, at Martha's Vineyard or something that's in her name, but the main house isn't. I'm curious to know if all the properties, because I think this man is smart enough to be strategic. I think there's more to those properties in her name situation. And for all we know, I'd be also curious if there's a prenup. There
I'm
may be a prenup where if she cheats, that's why Homegirl said,
you need to
move
get
around,
okay.
go
Yes,
outside, girl. Because if she is caught slipping, guess what? She's not going to tell, again, her group of Asian friends. She's going to tell her new side chick bestie, you know what? I went out with such and such. Bingo, bango, click, click. This is a whole mess, but God, it's juicy. I'm sure this is real people's lives, but
listen,
my, oh my.
the black chick that's trying to be her best friend, whatever. All he gonna do the same thing to you. Like, what think's gonna happen? You think because I mean, think about it.
I don't disagree. Now, not to cut you.
No, go ahead.
Okay, say it happens to her. Let's just say it happens to her.
You gonna cash
It is,
out.
thank you. Because it is very clear to me that her two up, just like I said, when my ex came to me and said, here's what's gonna happen. I had two options: stay and live the lifestyle that was being given to me, or go and be on these streets like I am now, which fucking sucks. I don't want to be on these goddamn streets. I would have rather laid up in the $8.25 million home and know that I was getting cheated on, but I could use his black card and take my girlfriends to Ibiza, okay? Because he's gone for 2 weeks. We're out too. He told me you'd never have to work. Work what? He said, what do you your job is to be my woman and my future wife. That was literally my job description. I didn't need to do anything else. We won't even talk about why I didn't finish with that man. Anyways, got arrested, found out he was doing a little bit of scamming, professional, like white collar crime. So he had to
Yeah,
high level white collar crime. So, anyways, we digress. That's why I'm not with that man. But we move on. Here's the thing: that black woman side chick, I guarantee you, her lifestyle is way less being single.
oh yeah.
So she doesn't give two craps. She goes and gets married and gets cheating on what? She's cashing out.
Yes, she gonna stay there for a while, get some money, while she's there, and then she's gonna cash out because she don't care about dude because dude's probably, he doesn't have any game. He's just a guy that got money, but he's stupid. So she gonna play him and take half his enough. That's all. Because she know what the game is. Like, you really think he gonna be faithful to you, but meanwhile he on top to you.
I knew there was more. I have
She's
my update.
just the main one that been around the longest, so it's more than
She's
one.
not the only one. Exactly. And that's what he said. Here's the main one, but she's not the only one. Okay, here's the update. He
Okay.
answered my question. I knew there was some caveat to the properties. He said all the properties are in her name. The main house is in a trust. So
Mm,
the house they live in is in a trust.
okay.
No prenup. They
Mm.
were poor when they got married. They made some good decisions during the housing crash and pandemic and leverage for the $1 million home.
Yeah, she's not going anywhere. She going. I mean, she may, but she in her situation, she gotta get everything sound type, proof, evidence, XYZ.
I don't think either one of them are going anywhere. There are too many benefits of we have said on both sides. There's the major benefit to him of having a wife that speaks the most native speakers in the world speak Mandarin. There's a lot of business that goes on in Asia. I guess there's a lot of business that goes on here in Toronto in the Asian community. There are people who are in Jamaica. Our private roads are from people from China. We have a ridiculous like 50-year deal with China for toll roads that went up in the island of the Jamaica. So having a woman who can speak a language that you can move, groove, and make business decisions is a benefit to him. Yeah, like ladies, again, attention versus intention. Clearly, I've been talking about this since the beginning of the show. Okay, in 2021, attention versus intention. These women who he's dicking down, lots of attention, no intention. The side chick, he's using her for information. He's not doing it because he cares about her. He's not doing it think that the wife is gonna divorce him and then he's gonna live happily ever after with this woman. No, that's not what this is about. So these women are getting a lot of attention, but he's intentional with the woman who can open doors for him. She's not gonna leave.
Which is the
Because
wife.
why? Because she's the wife. And I know for some people, like cheating is, if my man cheats, I'm out the door. That sounds realistic when your man makes $50,000. That sounds even realistic when your man makes $150,000. But when your man starts being in the 7-figure, 8-figure, 9-figure tax bracket, that shit goes right.
We can work through it. We're gonna work through it. We're gonna see what we can do. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to do some more tricks. And you know what I'm saying? We can fix some things out. I'm just saying, you ain't walking away from $1 million dude.
Most women are not. It sounds great on social media, guys. I'm never gonna lie to y'all. Y'all, Twins knows I don't lie about you. I generally don't date men that make $50,000, so that's never gonna be my issue. But there's a difference between my husband making $200,000 and $20 million. Because when he cheats on me, I just take the black card and I say, "Hey, girls, we're leaving tomorrow." They know what that code is. Oh, you found out he did something? Okay, cool. And we're buying everything when we get there. They just need a passport and we're going on a private jet. You cheat on me making $200,000. We're having a powwow at the house talking about how we gonna leave this man and get what we gotta get. There is no trips. You can't afford one. So I'm not gonna cry in a Kia. I want to cry in a Bentley. Let's just be like, I wish women would be more honest. Yes, our emotions matter, but our emotions matter to a certain point, because when you are we're crying the same fucking tears.
Exactly.
The tears don't change. 200,000, 150,000, 50,000, 200 million, 20 million, 2 million. The tears are the same. It's the same tears. The hurt is the same. How you get over it is very different. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not sure I'd leave either. I'll be honest with you. I live in $1 million home. My husband has put several properties in my name. She's working, yeah, because she's being fulfilled. This woman's not working because she has to. Like, if she gets up and says, "I want to stop nursing tomorrow," it's unlikely he's gonna say, "Honey, we need the money."
Right.
So she could get up and retire tomorrow. They're still probably going to do okay because they're making money when they sleep with properties, plural, plus the home in a trust.
Come on now.
So I'm be honest, I'm not leaving. I am not gonna lie to you on the show. I'm not leaving. Nah, I'm not leaving.
Also think about it too. You know, she hit the jackpot by marrying this dude. So I'm guaranteed she's sending money back home to her people.
Absolutely. If she's got people in China, they're definitely getting money. Because
No.
my people would be getting money in Jamaica. They
So,
might definitely get money.
right. So exactly. Her messing what I do is creating generational wealth for her family. And that's a whole nother topic because now we're taking money out of the black community. That's a whole nother topic, but that's what happens.
But it's the truth. Definitely getting money. People are getting money. So it's the reality. Listen, emotionally, I think this is this, but they're not. There's no divorce are coming. Like, I want to make sure I did this one of the questions. Oh, there. This final question. Let's answer this before we log off. And guys, if you're new here, we do dating, relationship, marriage advice. Only give marriage advice if you are currently married. We're both divorced. We could definitely give marriage advice, but we ain't married right now. So we give relationship and dating advice. If you're married, please give us some dating advice either on YouTube or Instagram. But let's answer the last question, twins, before we wrap up. How do people rebuild the trust when the betrayal was this extreme?
I mean, whew, it's going a lot of communication, a lot of honest communication, blunt. Like this at this point now, we cannot beat around the bush about hurting feelings. Rip the band-aid off.
Thank you.
Like what it is. I'm a chocolate black woman, or whatever it may be, whatever it is. He needs to just rip the band-aid off and say exactly what it is. This is my fantasy. This is my want. It's my fetish. Yeah, I'm sorry, but this is where I'm at. Is there any way we can work through this? And then she need to come to realization what she want. Does she want this marriage that's old school but is not anymore? Or does she want to jump on the band? Or does she want to come with an agreement where, hey, you know what? You do you. We'll play house. We got kids, got business got going on. We keep this thing rolling. And I'll do my thing, whatever. I don't know. They got this guy figured out. But I mean, as far as this traditional marriage, this is not one. This is clearly not a traditional marriage. So there's no traditional outcome out of this. They have to move forward in the new relationship that he's in. I don't know.
So my answer is very similar. There's no rebuilding the trust. That trust is gone. It's out the door. They're entering a new space.
Yes.
And through communication, they've got to figure out what that new space looks like. The idea of the marriage that they had is gone. It no longer exists. Let's talk about the reality where we are right now. And it's building a brand new foundation. And that brand new foundation has to be based on openness on both of their sides about what is realistic for them moving forward. That old world gone. We're no longer thinking about that. I'm be honest with people, there is no rebuilding trust once the trust is gone. That is, throw that out the door because there's too much resentment in all of that. So you're going to rebuild on resentment and hurt and anger and pain, and you're not going to do that. So you're going to have to actually build, not rebuild. You have to build a new foundation in your new reality. And their new reality is this husband has had affairs. This husband has me for the look, for the business, for whatever it is that he has me for. And he has these women that he's wanted for years for the attention, for the pum pum, for the whatever. Like, that's the reality. How do we move on from here if we choose to move on? And if you choose to move on, you cannot bring up the past. It's dead. The only thing you can talk about is your new existence, your new reality, and what does your new reality look like? And again, us really out here thinking that women are leaving millionaires and billionaires because they're cheap. I'm gonna tell you lies. And a lot of y'all be thinking all kind like your little $50,000 man, $75,000 man, respectfully $150,000 man, he is just not in the same category as a man who's putting women in $1 million home and has property. It's just different class. So whatever you say, sweetie, that sounds great. That's the level you're at. But I'm telling you, as a woman who's dated enough men who make a certain amount of money, and I will give my man all his props. That man never lied to me about what he was going to do. He never lied to me. I did not go in with false expectations. My man, and I repeat, said, I put you up in this home. Here's an agreement we're signing. He said, you get your lawyer, I get my lawyer, but understand in that agreement there is a cheating clause, and I will be cheating. I reserve the right to cheat, and you reserve to get paid handsomely if that cheating creates emotional damage for you. And so I think that's what this couple needs to do. He's cheating, it's done. It's creating emotional havoc. So they need to have what's called a postnuptial agreement. They don't have a prenup. So for those of you who do not know, you can actually have a postnup. After you've gotten married, you can still create a postnup. And for those of you who live together, you can have something called a cohabitation agreement before you even get to marriage. And so they should now create a postnup with whatever clause are in there and just move forward and live their life, because that woman is not going anywhere. So, sweetie, side chick, viewer, said, like, if you know the side chick says, and it's her side chick, sweetie, you are wasting your time. So you just need to be okay with being in the side chick position and getting whatever you get as a side chick, because you're never going to be the main chick.
Yeah, and stop spilling the tea. Stop. That's it. Play your part and keep it moving.
Play your position.
That's it.
Oh, wow. And although, can I just say, I'm sorry. I have questions. $1,000 though. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna go back.
Right, that's nothing.
1,000. I wish some men would try to. $1,000.
Hold on. Also, remember though,
I don't want $1,000. Give me $5,000, $10,000. I'm not taking $1,000.
The person said the girls he's cheating with, they're not like dimes, none. They're just average.
No. The girls he's cheating with are sevens and eights without makeup. His wife is the basic one.
Oh, okay.
His wife is basic, but the girls are hot girls. And I'm sorry, like $1,000, I'm not taking $1,000 for you to pound me out and go home to your wife. No.
Too though, because they think, I get $1,000 every time I see him. Girl, he makes millions of dollars. You should at least
$1,000.
You should walk away with 25 bands.
Listen, if I'm a side, let me tell you, if for any of you watching, if you were in the market for a side chick and you said Toshiba could make a great side chick, let me just be very clear, okay? I'm not paying a bill. So one of those properties, I'm living in there. I'm living in the property. I'm not paying for the property, and I'm getting an allowance. So you are using up my body, my emotions, my time, my energy, and my clock is ticking away, because most men with means, they don't want their side chick having other men. So again, guys, I've been in this world, okay? A lot of men's side chicks, they only are with that man. They are not allowed to date other men. It's not a thing. So she's not going on dates with other men. She gets an allowance to be available for this man, because if he decides that he wants to take her to Turkey tomorrow, she needs to be fully available. So they get allowances and they get all of that. And so, sir, if you think that I could make a good side chick, I want a house, I want a car, and all this shit has to be in my name, not in your name. It is in my name, okay? It is paid for, and I want an allowance, because you're not going to have me out here with all of my years ticking by for you to go home to your wife. No, ma'am. Ladies, if you want to talk about some side chick deals, listen, I'm a great negotiator. I'm in business development. I literally negotiate six-figure contracts all day long. That is what I do for my day job. I got you. Final update. $250 every week, 7:30 a.m. every Friday morning, plus the trips and unlimited Uber X. That's the side chick's deal. $250 a week. That's $1,000.
$250 unlimited. He doesn't mean Uber.
Uber X. Uber X. Or girls getting Uber X.
He don't get no luxury pickup. Hey yo, you have a limited Uber. Yeah, these some young girls, they dumb.
Listen, viewer, how old are these women? Because there's no way these are grown women with any level of sense. Again, I negotiate six-figure deals constantly. I'm constantly like negotiate. So I'm giving you my time, attention, and my body, and you're pounding me to go home to your wife, and all I get is $250 a week and unlimited Uber X. Are you kidding me? I live in the
Yes.
city of Toronto. Every time I'm going out to dinner with a group on Saturday, I guarantee you, I'm gonna pay. My bill's gonna be close to $200, and I don't even drink. I don't even drink. What the
Listen,
hell's $250 a week gonna give me? That's
listen, that makes
Tuesday.
that's probably why she ain't leaving. She like, oh, these girls ain't getting nothing.
The
She said, drop the
fuck?
bucket.
The fuck?
She probably got Chanel bags cost. You know what I'm saying? Like she could buy a Chanel bag, will cover that in what 4 or 5, 6 months. Like what we talking about? $250.
$250 a week, and you getting me Uber X, not even Uber XL. What is happening? Okay, I clearly that I
Now,
get it, guys. I get it. I get why I might be difficult to date because I don't even want to give you pum pum until we're official, and you're taking me to all of these nice restaurants, and there are women out here who are giving you everything for $250 a week and some Uber X. Okay, another update. He found these women from Ashley Madison.
is that a date nap?
So Ashley Madison was where basically married people go to cheat. Look
Oh,
up the documentary.
okay.
Look up
Oh,
the documentary on Netflix.
okay, so everybody's playing a part besides the woman who ran her mouth.
Besides
She,
the one who ran her mouth, I
you
think
know what?
she's single.
She needs to be cut off. She needs to be banned because she broke the agreement. Because I'm pretty sure it's agreement. Like
There is the next. Yes, you're not supposed to be going around telling that you're cheating.
yeah. See,
This was this. Listen, this was. Thank you guys for sticking around. This
oh,
was
a
a
week.
lot. This is a lot. If you guys have any submissions you would like to send, feel free to email me at fyftheshow@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram at Fuck Your Feelings the Show and send me a direct message. Oh, I'm so old. That means DM, guys. Send me a DM. And we will definitely read it. Of course, you can stay anonymous as our viewer stayed tonight. And viewer, we absolutely appreciate you, the live updates. I might have another last one before we go. But as usual, we're going to end this show with each of our dating slash relationship tip. Twins, I'm going to have you go first because I'm just overwhelmed.
Yes, no problem. I mean, uh, based on the topic we had tonight,
Whew.
just said for men and women, go ahead and set the expectation as far as what you actually want out of your relationship. I mean, not marriage, relationship, because before you get to marriage, you have to be in a relationship. So when you get in a relationship, be honest up front, exactly what you want. What are your temptations? What are you fighting? What do you want? And give that person the opportunity to say yes or no. And I get it. You didn't want to tell her because explicitly, trust me, there's other Asian or Chinese women that will play their part. Find the one to play their part and go ahead and be cool. So communication. That's what I have. Communication. Set the boundaries day one. Tell your
Um, Love this. My dating tip is to the ladies. Ladies, if you devalue yourself in the beginning of a relationship, you're never going to be valuable.
mm,
Let me repeat. If you devalue yourself in the beginning of a relationship, whether that's the dating phase, whatever phase you want to get, you will never be valuable. As my co host Twins has said over and over again, men will do what you allow them to do. And
well,
so I hear a lot of talk about the dating pool being filled with piss. Not mine. Mine's is crystal fucking clear, I tell you that. Why? Because I have put a value on myself, and either men are going to rise to the occasion or they're going to go on by the wayside. And I'm fine if they go on by because that wasn't for me. The limit, you devalue yourself thinking that if I just show him, he's going to pick me. That's not going to happen. It's it, Generally, when a stock drops, it doesn't immediately rebound to the top. Most stocks that drop, you be looking at your stock account. I know you be looking at your stock account. When that shit drops, if it ever gets back, it is a slow back. So the moment you drop your value, thinking that you're gonna bring your value back after, it is not gonna happen. You've allowed that man to do way too much. It is not happening. So again, do not devalue yourself, because once you do, you can never increase your value. So, like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. We are doing great things over here. We are changing the conversation around Black relationships. We are having the conversation most people are afraid to have, and having a fuck your feelings way about it. I want to appreciate everybody who joined us on Instagram, who joined us on Facebook. If you're watching this on the repeat, please leave your comments. We know it was a crazy show. We took you on a crazy ride. So leave your comments. And again, subscribe, share. That's it from me. Twins, final words.
Communication and like, share, subscribe, and share. I wanna see the comments on this show and see.
Man,
So share.
this is a lot.
But this is a real story. This is not a made up.
I'm getting the live updates. There is no way it's fake, guys. I literally was getting live updates on this crazy story.
And big shout out to the person who's provided the updates. You know what I'm saying? So, big shout out to you. I don't know how far deep you into it, but shout out to you. This is very interesting.
So thank you, everybody. It's been great. Good night to you on YouTube. I'm going to wish you good night on Instagram. Bye,
Ciao, y'all.
everybody.